Today I'm going to be playing some Holy Wrath Paladin, courtesy of Gross on Patreon. And coincidentally, another one of my patrons, Zelfie Taker, also wanted me to play Holy Wrath Paladin, so two birds with one stone here. So the ideal outcome with this deck is that we play Red Scale Dragon Tamer on turn 2, that draws Nozdormu that we play on turn 4, and then following Nozdormu, we play Lorekeeper Polkelt, which puts Shirvala on top of our deck, and then we play Holy Wrath, which does 25 damage with Shirvala. And if we happen to draw the Shirvala, we've also got two Molten Giants. The Molten Giants also have synergy with High Priest the Call. We can just play this on turn 3, and then we have two 0-mana Molten Giants, which is really insane. We're also playing a couple of new cards in this deck from United and Stormwind. We've got Northshire Farmer, which shuffles 3 copies of a friendly beast into our deck. Turns out Shirvala is a beast. And we've also got City Tax, which is just a pretty good AoE card. It's also got tradable. This deck really wants card draw. So pretty good in the deck. I'm told that this deck does well against Quest Warlock. I'll believe it when I see it, but I mean, they probably are at 25 or below on their turn 5, so if we get the perfect curve, then I can definitely see it working out.
Uther versus Rexa. Let the hunt begin. I will fight with honor.
I'm still unsure of keeping Knight of Anointment, but I think since I play so few Crystology targets, it probably makes sense to toss it. I definitely don't mind seeing it on the mulligan, though.
None will survive.
Odd Hunter, sure, probably a quest as well. Man, 2 Holy Wrath targets in my hand. Equality does not seem useful in the matchup, but Lorekeeper Polkelt is quite good. Surely coin hero power here. Definitely don't need that farmer at the moment. Oh, Nozdormu.
Let the dead rest.
Show me Holy Wrath. Holy Wrath might just win the game on turn 5. It only does 20, but I should get probably another damage from one of these 1/1s, and then Nozdormu does 8. Actually, I guess I'm not getting a damage from 1/1. Oh, Crystology is so tempting to keep, but man, I really want Holy Wrath. Probably can't pass up Crystology, though. I did hit one of my Knight of Anointments,
Let me think.
but it also draws Samuro. Yeah, I'll just keep it.
In time, all fools
Hopefully I don't regret giving my opponent this much mana, but I don't think I will. Do I have any way to heal this if they try to just explosive trap it? I would need like a silence, so I don't think I can. It's a lot of leper gnomes. City Tax would be a good draw. Definitely don't need that. Oh, I guess Samuro is just pretty good here, right? Do I want to play Polkelt for any reason? I'm taking 6, probably 9 damage. Could just play double Molten Giant next turn.
my blade seeks when I hear and obey.
Okay, Venom Strike is not that big of a deal. Can just play a 5-mana Molten here. I feel like I want to draw for heals.
The light grant you peace.
If I hadn't drawn Kangor, I think I would have played Flash there. But since I picked up the Kangor, I'd rather just heal for extra. Also, I did pick up the Holy Wrath to go with my Polkelt, so I just have 20 damage when I need it. I think this should be an easy enough win. Do I want... This is 2 healing. So just Molten Giant, heal for 10? Sure. I guess we throw Hand of It All on the Lifesteal minion. Let's just shuffle a Molten Giant. That way, even if I draw a Molten Giant next turn, I still have a guaranteed 20. And I don't think I can really die at 19, but there is a world where my Molten Giant dies, in which case 20 damage wouldn't be lethal. Although my opponent's at 27, so I guess if the rest of my board lives, it is still lethal. Yeah, that's gonna die though. Still seems hard for my opponent to win from this position though. I want this Holy Wrath, right? Yeah. Because I can guarantee 9 damage with it next turn. I draw a Molten Giant and then my top card is Malagos. So even if I somehow get cleared here, I guess it would just be like Hero Power Explosive Trap would do it. Then I just have the Holy Wrath lethal. Nine. Very nice.
I will fight with honor.
Love to see Nozdormu. I think I only keep Giant if I have Thekel.
Blessings to you.
Well met.
I appreciate what you're trying to do over there, Priest,
May the light.
but I think you're gonna get murdered.
Reporting for duty.
That's a lot of boars. That's a bad draw. It might be a mistake to give that priest deck too much mana. Shadow Vision's probably for Twilight's Call? Is that what the card's called? This is 5 boars already, isn't it? I guess only one of these can be a boar, right? Because they already played one.
Next stop, round 4.
I'm getting owned. Well, I can draw a lot of cards here. Molten Giant was not the draw, I gotta say. So I'm scared of the sword. The sword two-shots me. But not if I have Lifesteal in play. So maybe I want to play Crystal Smith Kangor.
Share your thoughts with the class now.
I had Equality, 2 unplayable minions. They can burn my Holy Wrath, I guess. Oh, they can Holy Wrath the 8-1, I guess. Alright, and that. Oh no, they didn't have mana to Holy Wrath the 8-1. Palm Reading seems okay. Maybe I try to draw for something that revives boars so I can burn it. I'm looking for Twilight's Call. Twilight's Call is probably better for me here than Raised Dead, right? Because Raised Dead is going to actually give my opponent resources.
Now is the time.
Oh, this guy's so big.
Move quickly. Now is the time.
I put a lot of discounts into my Shrivala that turn as well. Malagos is kind of sick. City tax. No reason I would want that. Dump the Crystology so I don't overdraw. Do I have 2 mana when the sword comes out? I think I do, right? So I can Flash of Light to stay alive for a turn. Alright, there's the Raised Dead.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Wonder if there's a way I can prevent the... Okay, well, I can prevent my opponent from living with this draw. I was gonna say prevent the boar from dying. Maybe if I like equality'd my Malagos and traded it off. But dealing 20 seemed good as well. So I've started out 5 and 4 with this deck. And after looking through things a bit, there aren't really that many potential changes I think we can make. But the one I've identified is adding a Call to Arms package. Call to Arms is just a really insane card. And in this deck in particular, it can hit the Red Scale Dragon Tamer, which can in turn hit our Nozdormu and give us a bunch of mana so we can do Holy Wrath stuff. And we can also play Loot Hoarder and Blood Mage Thalnos, which makes the Call to Arms a very good card draw play. But because we are playing Call to Arms, I did have to cut Knight of Anointment, which obviously is a good card on its own, but not so much off of Call to Arms. And cutting Knight of Anointment, I had to pay attention to the Crystology package, so I added a couple copies of Righteous Protector. Probably worse than Knight of Anointment to draw on its own, but much better with Call to Arms. I also had to cut Baleful Banker, but because Northshire Farmer is 3 mana, we can keep a copy of that in the deck, so we can still shuffle Shrivalas, which I think is kind of nice. Also, with my changes, I ended up cutting Malagos. I thought the Malagos itself was fine. It was just a real bummer when the Murloc drew that instead of Nozdormu. I think we really, really want to be hitting Nozdormu with the Red Scale Dragon Tamer. So yeah, with this version of the deck, we're doing pretty much the same sort of thing, but I think Call to Arms potentially just does it a little bit better. Dragon plus Polkelt is nice. 25 damage, baby. Okay, let's stop drawing the big minions. I think there's a very good chance my opponent is not going to kill my Nozdormu, so the Holy Wrath might just be lethal. Wow, patches in hand. Feels bad. Kangor's a pretty good turn 3 to bridge the gap for Nozdormu. Beautiful draw. Opponent's at 31. So that makes them dead. Nice try, pirate scum. Love to see the Dragon Tamer. Shaman is pretty unfair, though. Call to Arms is good. The thing about Dragon Tamer is sometimes they don't kill it, so Call to Arms is a pretty good backup. And depending on what my hand looks like, Call to Arms is just fine after playing Nozdormu. No reason to take that. Another Call to Arms. I have 5 targets in deck for these Call to Armses. Pen Flinger. Solemn Vigil. Might be good with all the minions I'm gonna have in play, but probably still not a keep. Now that's a keep. Alright, we're looking for Polkelt. But next turn I can play double Call to Arms plus Flash of Light, which draws like 8 cards. Okay, that doesn't seem that powerful. Definitely do not want a Call to Arms target. I don't think there's much reason to cast City Tax here. I'll just trade it and play a Righteous Protector.
Now is the time.
My board can all die here, but I'm gonna draw 2 cards at least. Toxfin, yep. Actually didn't know that's what they ice fishinged into, but it makes sense now. Crystologies are not great at this point. It is still 1 mana draw a card though. Solemn Vigil. Solemn Vigil's very good here. We Crystology into Samuro. We clear the board with Samuro. We draw 2 cards for 0 mana. There's Polkelt. This Crystology does nothing, so I guess I'll just do this. I think I would rather heal myself for 1 than 2 on this. Beautiful. Kinda gross. I do have a farmer in the deck still, though. City Tax is like, okay. What am I actually looking for here? I guess just farmer, right? How cheap can I even get my Shirvala? Do I need to play one of these Holy Wraths now to make it playable? Crystology puts it down to 10. I guess I do still have like 9 more mana worth of spells in deck. Pretty bad hand. So Farmer's a really good draw. Theckel's also pretty good. How does Farmer play out? I play Shirvala, shuffle, and then I guess I would pull Kelt. I think I want to be able to play Shirvala, Farmer, Polkelt all in the same turn, and then double Holy Wrath on the following turn. Feels like it might be kind of hard to do that, though. So I'm going to have to play Equality. I'm going to have to play, like, all of the cards remaining in my deck, and it takes a few turns to do that. I don't know. Maybe it's not that hard, though, because I do still have Equality City Tax as a board clear. Tackle.
To battle. Reporting for duty.
Okay. Lothab is not really a big deal. Oh, actually, Lothab is really good for me. Because it discounts my Shirvala. What a dumb Lothab. Stupid Lothab. Oh, I guess I don't actually need to play Polkelt if I'm just drawing my whole deck, right? So that means I probably could have just played Polkelt at some point in the past. You son of a bitch. Oh, it's the only one that costs 25.
I'm almost out of cards.
Ain't much, but it's honest work.
So I do just play Polkelt here, right?
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I buy.
And then I draw a Shirvala next turn, and then I double Holy Wrath for 2 Shirvala. It'd be really hard for my opponent to disrupt this.
No one but me.
Nice. 50 damage OTK.
Uther versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. I will fight with honor.
Yep, no reason to keep any of those. Looks like a good turn 3. Man, and I have the turn 4 to follow it. Although that might just help my opponent remove my giants, so not sure if I'll actually play it. Get feckled. Well, Holy Wrath isn't even good now because I've drawn all my big things. Maybe the opponent can play like 3 1-drops plus Plague of Flames.